audio won't function, all of that good stuff. And their attorneys have said, I'm not an attorney, nor do I pretend to be one on TV, but their attorneys have said that, it's allowable.
I think we've been out, what, 2 months?
Yeah. Starting to get a little bit suspicious.
Repeatedly, well.
Everybody on the internet thinks so too.
Well, that I don't know.
We might just go home early tonight, huh?
That I don't know.
Hey Sarah, anytime you want to go home early, just don't push the button. Matt said we cancel it, it's not working. I said just every once in a while I forget to hit the button, we'll just go home.
Oh, no.
Be a quick meeting. Yeah, just be a quick meeting.
Well,
Let's see if anybody noticed. Let's just leave it.
see how the meeting goes. I might want to be Shane.
As long as you don't put Matt's in front of me, he takes over.
Yeah. That's all right. All right.
It's already got us. Guess they was live talking about that.
A little bit of a delay.
That would be annoying, sorry.
And he's got serious, that trial, serious radio.
Oh, yeah. I had that for like 3 months.
Oh, you guys did it to me again.
Did you get Bob's seat? Get that one over there. Give it to Alex.
It's his birthday. He might not be coming.
Huh?
Today's his birthday.
Today's his birthday? Well, good for him.
Whose birthday?
What is he, like 12?
Oh, Alex's, yeah.
They look
I think
about
it's-
like
I think
that,
it's
don't
Alex's.
they, when you're driving down the road and you see somebody coming at you, it's a young kid. My gosh, how old are they? 12.
You know, to have to go to Indianapolis for the majority of the day, and then come home, and then the meetings are.
The choices we make.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what my brother-in-law Tom says, everybody chooses to make their choices.
That's true.
And he tells me some of the stories of some of his clients that come in there, and Tom says,
Oh boy, but I know what this is.
I wonder.
Clerk of Jefferson County. I was right.
That's the thing though. It was great. He's good. I mean, it was meant for both parties.
I don't know exactly what she was talking about. I just thought it was funny.
I'm hopeful to have a school who wanted,
Oh, second story.
you know how they, every other ad on the TV is about property fraud?
I see some, the ones that aren't in this meeting.
Some of the same channels. You know, try it out when I was in versus the dog spot. She's on the society where property is
He has a minute to spare. He has 1 minute to spare.
It's not even that much.
I went home for dinner. Leave me alone.
Yeah, birthday boy.
Hey, what you asking?
Where's
me
our
to tell us
cupcake?
Your birthday.
I didn't get cupcakes. How come what?
You didn't tell us it was your birthday.
He didn't want us to know, did
It's
he?
not something we normally share.
We would have brought Pat in and put
Oh,
you
would
on
ya?
Tony's back.
Hey,
or
I'll
something.
hold him if you guys give him the wax. Oh no. It is time.
If we would all please rise and face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up, Nikki.
I have several items on my agenda tonight. First, I have a request, I think it's in your packets, not the packet from me, but the other packet. You should have a travel request from Area Plan for a December 2025 training for the inspector. The director was out of the office for health reasons and getting this turned in. And she is asking for this to be done after the fact. Everything will come out of her training and education budget.
Any further discussion or a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Unanimous.
In the packet I have with the blue sticky note, you should have another travel request from EMS. This is to attend, to go to Iowa to do a final inspection on our new ambulance. Delivery is expected later this month. John and Tracy will drive one of our trucks to Indianapolis and park it at Hoosier Fire Equipment in Greenville while they are gone, so they don't have to pay for parking at the airport. Hoosier Fire Equipment is picking up the cost of the flights, lodging, and meals for this trip, so there is no expense to the county for this.
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second.
Unanimous.
Next, I have a couple of things relating to the assessor's office. The assessor has asked me to come before you to ask to fill the open position in his office. It is for the deputy assessor position. There is a job description that he prepared that is in his packet.
Already funded, correct?
Correct.
Any further discussion or motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second.
Unanimous.
The second piece to that is the person that left that job has now been hired with the sheriff's department, and I am here to ask on her behalf that her approved time be carried over from the assessor's office to the sheriff's office.
And that's vacation and everything.
Vacation, personal, comp, sick, everything.
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second.
Unanimous.
Thank you. Next, I have received a resume for a highway superintendent. I have included it with a letter of recommendation in your packet. I would like to ask if you would like me to post this on the county's website and or schedule interviews with this individual.
I would assume that if we're going to proceed with trying to fill this position, that we would post it internally, at least. If we're going to interview, you're going to interview everybody at once, correct?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
We tried to fill this one other time and we didn't really have any applicants that fit the bill. So, somebody want to make that a motion?
I'll make it.
Are we ready to post it? We know exactly what we're looking for?
I think at this point, you interview, and if we got somebody that like really stands out that would be good, then we go to council and ask them to because see, this has to go back to council to be refunded because the position was eliminated. And
We have a job description. Is it okay to use that job description? I know there were a few people looking at it to see if we needed any changes. And I haven't heard any feedback.
I don't think the job description changed. I think just finding the right fit.
Okay.
I don't know how that'll work with it being in the middle of the budget year and the position was already eliminated, but
Council can
Would you recommend that we go to the council first and see if they're interested in reallocating the money before we get to the hassle of interviewing people?
That might be wise to do that.
So why don't you do that first? What's that look for? That dirty look you just gave. You don't want to get the cart before the horse. So go to the council, ask if the commissioners have a desire to fill the position. Would they vote to refund it? And then if they do, then proceed with posting it internally and setting up interviews. Is that correct? Is that good with everybody?
I mean, if I'm gonna post it, I think we should post it for anybody. Maybe we'll get another, like I said, who knows what we'll get.
So wait for approval from council and then post.
You gotta have the money before you can fill it.
All right.
Well, I might suggest posting it as well at the same time, just because, if council says okay, we'll fund it. You may still have to come back and ask for how much funding, depending on
Yeah.
how much you need to pay.
I agree with all that. I just didn't want us to start interviewing people without the funding already being allocated, because that could be a waste of time, so.
Since this position does not fall under my budget, is it okay that I ask, or should the commissioners or the sheriff of the highway ask?
You're HR and it's a position, so I think you're good with it.
All right. So was that motion made and passed, that we were asking council for funding and posting?
I don't think it was
I'll make it a motion.
I'll second.
unanimous.
Lastly, I have included the February comp time balances in your packets. 2 departments did not report. The total hours increased by 377.26 hours. However, most of those increases seem to be in departments that dealt with the recent snow event.
Why did 2 departments not submit?
The request was made to all departments.
So you need to reach back out to those 2 departments and tell them we have to have that, so try to have it for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you, that's all I have.
Anybody want to have any discussion on comp time?
I think there's plenty of it there. I see there's some people on here that was paid down. How come they didn't just pay them down lower than what they did, whenever they did the Department of Labor?
So the Department of Labor told us exactly what we had to pay and to whom.
It was just what they decided.
We weren't given any options. Did I answer that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Ron Higgins and Dan Brookbank.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ron Higgins, State of Indiana, Department of Veterans, establish a comprehensive required rules for Service Officer Department in the claims management system. That's our software that we use for claims filing. They must complete relevant information in all the forms and fields, intake logs, claimant information, responsibility acts. That's sort of an agreement between the veteran and the CVSO that the veteran understands the processes and everything's happening. And only accredited service officers in the state of Indiana will be allowed unrestricted access to claims management system and be able to submit claims in Indiana. So high points on this would be CVSOs are now required to be a hired employee of the county, no longer appointed 4 years. CVSO's office hours must maintain at least 1,000 hours a year, which is roughly 20 hours approximately a week. They have updated office hours posted on the door and on our website and stay current with all that. Appropriate internet connection, all the office technology and utilization of the state claims management system, the software again. Personal identification verification card, they must obtain that, and that allows us to look into the federal database on a DA claim and render a more accurate opinion and help in that regard. They must have private office space to conduct confidential discussions, such as protected clients' health information, security standards across the state, uniformity, so protection of personal identification, personal protected information, requirement to attend IDVA trainings every year. There's a 4-day training in the summer and a 1-day training in the spring and in the fall, and will include certain required online trainings and proficiency examinations as well. New CVSOs will be required to reach out to us for CVSO orientation and training courses for all new hires that intend to be accredited. And through the claims management system, they will capture clients' data used for reports, logs, various other data and compliance for state standards. They're calling KPI, Key Performance Indicators, which will be the second commissioner briefing that I'm required to do. Will be more of a performance evaluation sort of thing. And there are outreach expectations, various other data entry that's never really been done before. So I just would like to pay you a high compliment, a terrific compliment. Dan Brookbank is 100% in compliance with this law before this bill is even written. And so you've got a real good man here. Very proud of that. I'm blessed to be a part of the
We already knew that, but thanks for telling us.
I love you guys and everything you all do for our veterans. We truly appreciate you.
Yep, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for what you did. You didn't have anything you wanted to say?
Comments? No. It's a rather lengthy bill, you saw it, and it is geared toward the performance of the County Veteran Service Officer. There are going to be additional requirements, specifically with the computer system, which we now have been encouraged to do, but up to this point never really required to do. So there is going to be additional responsibilities on that.
So if you know what that is, can you go ahead and get out in front of it and get that done before it's required? I mean, do you need money to upgrade a computer system? Or?
No, I think that's fine. I'm just going to have to get into it. At this point, there's a lot of work involved that I'm not currently doing, however some of the other VSOs may be.
Okay.
I'm an old guy. I'm used to taking notes. Now we're supposed to put those notes in the computer system, so
Good.
It's going to take some adjustment, I think, on my side.
Is there someone that can come and help?
I promise I will help him through that process. He's in compliance already. There's data entry that will need to be capture really any substantive interaction with a veteran and enter it into the database. So most CVSOs intend to keep a sort of Word document maybe that you can just copy and paste generic statements or generic, this is what I advise. Evidence, bring in birth certificates, marriage license, divorce decrees, DD 214s, things like that. So you can copy, paste right into the,
Okay.
so he's doing great. He sells himself a little short, but he's doing fabulous. Everything that needs to be done is being done.
Well, let us
And I
know
promise
if
I
you
will
need
be
help.
here with him through that. You hold me to that promise too. You got my visit card and
Okay, thank you gentlemen, both of you for what you do. Appreciate it.
excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, uniformity across the whole state of Indiana. So you can get the same sort of benefits and services that you can in one county, you can get that in another county. So, very excellent.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Next up, Sarah.
I've had 3 department heads or individuals that have asked for a credit card. And we currently have 25,000, and I'd like to up that up to 30, because one of our department heads is needing one for $1,500. I have another one that is wanting to go from $500 to $1,000, and then also another one to go to $1,000 because they don't have one. So this is EMS. Tracy Jones is wanting to go from $500 to $1,000, and Peggy at the health department is wanting to have $1,000, and Travis Shepard is wanting to have $1,500. And he works with Judge Bright, and there are, part of this is because he is doing other work that he needs to sometimes have an extra credit card or have a credit card to be able to do that work. And when I talked to Judge Bright, she had no issues with him having a credit card, but I needed to come before you. And what Travis did submit to me was that he'd like to request a limit of $1,500, although he would rarely, if ever, expect to approach this limit. There have been times when out-of-state travel was required and the expenses included multiple hotel days, training tuition, and meals for more than one person put us too close to the limit. The card is also used by just him, and it would be for also his position of community service related items or equipment, as well as office items and conference training expenses when it's not feasible to be billed for the items or service after the fact. The other thing is with the health department, sometimes with a grant they have money, but when they go to Walmart, we no longer have a Walmart credit card, and that is per Walmart. At some point in time they will probably reissue those, but right now they're not doing that. And so what we need is her to be able to go in, and if she's picking up $1,000 worth of items for a grant, she needs to be able to do that. And the same thing with Tracy Jones folks. They can come and get, they can contact me and utilize my credit card by me paying for it online. But sometimes that's not always convenient, so they'd like to take that up to $1,000 from the $500.
See any issues with that? Further discussion or motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve it up to 30,000.
I'll second that.
Unanimous. Signature needed for disaster emergency declaration. Alex, have you seen that? Do you need to see it?
I don't remember if I've seen it or not, but I assume it's similar to previous declarations. Yeah, that's fine. That's second.
I'll make a motion to sign it.
Second.
Unanimous, and it requires all 3 signatures. The snow.
By
storm.
law, when there's a travel declaration, it's got to be put in writing, signed, and it gets filed with the clerk's office.
Anyone in the crowd have anything before we get on to the boring stuff? Nobody? Gary, nothing? Being quiet tonight? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve prior minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Unanimous? And do I have a motion to sign payroll and claims?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Unanimous.
Matt, while we're signing these, do you want to have Alex clarify some of these rumors on the tax sales that we're getting burned up on? It's not true.
As far as what the,
Commissioner sales and
yeah,
There's been some rumors, innuendo, gossip, whatever you want to call it, on social media concerning the commissioners purchasing properties at tax sale. What happens if a property's put on the tax sale list and nobody bids on it, nobody submits a minimum bid, the property's not sold, but the certificate of sale by operation of law is put in the name of the commissioners. It's not, the board itself did not bid on these properties. And then what happens, there are, the commissioners could, the law provides they could act as a buyer, but we typically do not. In full disclosure, the commissioners are petitioning the court to take title to the Butlerville Schools property, which had a total of, I want to say, around $130,000 of delinquent taxes and other fees owed upon it. And the hope is that the commissioners will take title to that. The petition was filed with the court about a week ago. Commissioners will take title to that in the hopes of marketing it and selling it to a buyer who will develop the property and get the property back on the tax rolls. But those, the tax list, and I confirmed with the Treasurer and Auditor's Office, just because it says Board of Commissioners doesn't mean that the commissioners bought the property. Any of those properties are then put on the commissioner's certificate sale for potential purchase. Was that today?
The 12th.
The 12th? Okay. And that sale is on February 12th, and I don't believe there's a minimum bid on the commissioner's sales, or if it is, it's very low.
I thought there
It's
was
based
one.
off of if there's any other fees that would be on there that had to be paid, but it's minimal.
Right. So hopefully that clears some of this up, but long story short, the commissioners don't buy properties at tax sale.
And to further dive into your explanation, some people are really messed up thinking that the commissioners means the commissioners personally.
No, it's the list says Board of Commissioners. I mean,
So
there's,
someone on Facebook actually commented to the number of properties that I personally own and also Shane. And we have never purchased a property on a tax sale or a commissioner sale. I'm a farmer, Shane is a farmer, we have bought farms from farmers that have retired or whatever. They did not come or have anything to do with our job here. That is to further clarify what was said on Facebook. Is that clear, Terry? I mean, does anybody have any further questions about that? Do you think that's got it all cleared up?
probably not, but that's as clear as I'm gonna make it.
Okay. Well, at least you're on it.
I can't make it any more clear.
Okay. There's that. What else was there? I don't know, feel like I'm forgetting something, but. Oh, I know what it was. Further on Facebook, the comment that they thought there was a hot mic when someone said, leave those properties off, don't put them in the newspaper. That statement was made not so that someone could steal those properties. It was made because the question was asked to Tina, how many properties have been on the tax sale multiple times and never had a bidder? And the reason that question was asked, because every time it gets advertised, there's an advertising fee. And every time it goes through SRI, there is a fee whether we sell it or we don't sell it. So good common sense for the commissioners is, if you've put a property out there 5 times and you've never received a bid on it, stop wasting your money. So the statement was made, I asked the question and she said 10 or 12, and I said, I wouldn't try those again. And we've done that before. Now, if someone comes in later on and expresses interest in those properties, then the next time we roll around, we would put that property on the sales so that there would be an opportunity for someone to purchase that property. Has nothing to do with us personally benefiting from the tax sale. Anybody that has any questions about that, please feel free to reach out and ask, and we'll explain it to you. Now I think it's clear. Okay, anybody else got anything? All right, nobody's got anything on anything?
Do you want me to go over what happened with the YouTube? You want to know anything about that? I did.
It's
All I can
it's
say is
working.
it's working right now, so I'm
Oh, I
happy.
know. I understand because I've got it right up here. But I did have a question for you, Alex. We've got animal control, TIF, this office, Marie, and I think there's one more. So everyone should be using this room if they're going to live stream, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the park board worked yesterday. I do want to just make sure that everybody understands, because this is something that when I contact the vendor, then they actually are looking into what the problem is. And it looks like there's a streaming key, and I did say that if it is illuminated, it should be working, and Alex confirmed that it wasn't. But there was a YouTube stream key that Mr. Farmer found that was not linked, and so the key is actually like a pin, and so this was on but there was never going to be a connectivity. I wouldn't have been aware of that, but he and Jeremiah worked on that, and so it's such sensitive equipment that if there's any kind of power outage, we have to make sure that we're checking that equipment. And so when I talked to Jeremiah, who is our IT person, who was extremely helpful, when I have asked all of those folks that are using any of the YouTube in here that if there's a problem, that they let me know. I'm also checking to verify that the link's up and it would be working. But there are things that happen and could cause it to fail. I'm hoping that we've got that all taken care of, and I say we because it's a team with Jeremiah and Mr. Farber, and making sure that everybody that's using that room is letting me know so I can actively seek to get it fixed. So that's what I know. There was a lot of people that were affected by this, and I apologize that we didn't know, but we wouldn't have known about that key or that pin.
So because now that is basically mandated that we have to live stream, if we start a meeting and we realize we have a technical issue.
No, the law provides that you don't have to stop a meeting because of a technical issue. Any action that is taken is still valid. Just because the streaming is not working does not null any action
So you
taken in
don't
the
have to
meeting.
cancel a meeting or nothing like that?
No.
Okay. That answers a lot of questions from Facebook also. Okay, if no one else has anything, I will. Did you guys sign all these? You signed all those?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You're still gonna be signed?
Yeah, but I just got a few.
We'll pass them down when we're done.
You guys must have been signing while I was running my mouth.
We wasn't gonna say that.
I'm not as good at multitasking anymore. While we're signing, I am going to say one thing. I was very, very, very happy with our snow removal compared to surrounding counties. Don't care what anybody said. Everybody that was involved with it, I thought they rocked it.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
I mean, we got beat up, but we were right. Our county highway guys did a great job. State jumped in, they did a great job. Everybody had anything to do with it. It's a team effort. Could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. And within basically hours of the stop of the storm, you could pretty much do whatever you needed to do. So, I don't know. I'm tickled. If somebody was unhappy, I don't know what they were unhappy for, but. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
So.
Unanimous.